Let's go to Celeste here from Overland Park. Celeste, you're on Up to Date.
Hi, this is the most interesting political discussion I think I've heard since the campaign season started, so thank you.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion that you've been talking about in relation to hipness. And I can't think of a group of less hip people. These are policy wonks in a political battle for power. And I'm just wondering if hipness is a relevant factor at all. I'm thinking that how the songs connect with voters has a lot more to do with their success and whether they indicate any kind of hipness, and I will take my answer off the air.
Yeah, thank you, Celeste. Stephen?
Yeah, well, I think Celeste has a really good point in terms of the connection, and I think if we glossed over that for the hipness, I think we didn't mean for it to be that disproportional. But the fact of the matter is that it is important to show that one is connected with the people. It is true that these politicians and politicians in general are traditionally viewed as not being hip, and I don't know so much is it to show that they are hip, because I don't think they're going to sell that, but that they can connect with everyday people and that they're not so removed that they're in their own world. You remember famously George H.W. Bush, toured a grocery store during his presidency, and didn't know what the scanner was for.
Right.
And this is in 1991, I think. And so that kind of disconnectedness really puts people off. And one of the reasons why his son, George W. Bush, has been so successful has been that he has been able to connect with folks. And so that when I say hipness, I'm not necessarily meaning only youth or only underground, but just that he's able to connect with regular folks, and that just because they live in Washington or they're big-time politicians, that they're not detached from the real world. That's sort of what I was getting at.
Well, Amity, how popular is your class? And with Stephen in Illinois, are you still teaching it?
Well, we haven't taught it since Stephen's been gone, but we've thrown around some ideas of options online and different things, and we'll see where it takes us. And Stephen, in my opinion, we think it's the best class on the planet.
That's exactly right.
Oh man, it was incredible. And actually, it filled and had overload every time. Students are still asking for it, but.
Well, if we can today, let's go out with one of the historical songs here, and let's go out if we can get Kim the Martin Van Buren one, the ninth president, and because this is a song that's set to a very famous song, "Rockabye Baby," and I think people might get a kick out of hearing it. And this song was done this way, Amity, because again, it's a popular lyric, and people could hang on to it pretty quickly.
Absolutely, I think it's very hard for us to put our 2008 minds back in this point in time, but we didn't have radio, and we didn't have media, and we didn't have all of the elements that in the same way that we do today. And so if it was something people could take memory-wise with them, then it worked as a campaign song.
Okay. Well, Stephen, Amity, it's been a great conversation. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks so much.
Stephen, good to hear your voice again. Good luck over there, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Amity Bryson is a professor of music at Avila University. Stephen Caliendo teaches political science at North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. You'll find more information about our guests, this week's program lineup, archived editions of previous broadcasts, and a link to sign up for our free daily podcast, all at kcur.org/up-to-date. Tomorrow, the difference of a professional college counselor can make in finding the right institution for prospective students. Our program's music is by Bobby Watson and the UMKC Conservatory of Music Concert Jazz Band. We had help today from KCUR's Kim Noble, Danny Alexander, and Kara Caldwell. Our show is produced by Stephen Steigman. I'm Steve Kraske of the Kansas City Star, and you are up to date.
When he has swung, he'll fall in a stew, and down will come